Hey guys!
Hey guys!
And welcome to the Pinkprint podcast. I am your host, Coach Ciri.
Your girl Sharna D, aka Miss Bougie Nails.
And it is Vicky. It used to be, sometimes still a vixen of houseofgems.com.
Every time.
Yes, so can I just say to you guys, if you really like what we're doing here, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, follow us, that will help to grow the following and in turn grow the channel, and we can bring you more juicy things as well as the book and better guests. So that would really help us. So the links will be below. If you could follow us on all our socials, that would really help, and subscribe to the channel.
And also, guys, don't just comment into us. Comment below.
It's true.
Comment below. You send us lots of messages. Comment below.
Yes.
Get involved.
Sure. Yeah,
Keep
get
giving
involved.
us the feedback. We love it.
We need it.
Get
Yes,
involved.
we do.
Love it.
We do.
We love the interactions. Okay, so what are we doing today, guys?
Ooh.
Today, we're
Money,
talking about
money,
your
money.
So
Yeah.
today we're doing the finance chapter, and it's an interesting chapter. It's quite important. Don't you
Very,
think?
Very
very.
important.
How important is finance to you? Like out of 10, how important is your
10?
59.
I think
no,
like
serious.
finance, obviously,
Unintended.
obviously, like they say that money don't make you happy, but it makes me very happy.
Yeah, I'd rather
Very,
cry
very
in a
happy.
Porsche.
After health and wellness, I made finance chapter 2, and the reason I made finance chapter 2 is because it allows us to live a fuller life. It allows
Yes.
us to
Yes.
achieve some of our goals, and it makes us gives us a bit of freedom.
Yeah,
Do you know what
definitely.
I mean?
I completely agree. I
So,
completely agree.
In the finance chapter, I basically looked at things like budgeting, and one of the first questions we put out, it didn't actually get good response.
No.
The response
Very-
wasn't that great.
Very disappointing.
Was who's ever done a budgeting plan? Okay, very basic, not very juicy, because you
Nope.
guys like the juicy questions.
yeah.
You look like things a bit tear
Every
up.
day.
Tear up.
Yeah, not every day. Tear
Not
up,
every day
though.
tear up. You don't like you so sorry finances.
Yeah, exactly.
But based on conversations, like a lot of people don't actually do a monthly budgeting plan.
No.
They don't actually sit down and do their income, do their fixed expenses. Are you one of those people? I didn't even ask you.
Oh, we
Yeah.
didn't know. Oh,
But it's actually
Oh,
quite
she's
common.
squeezing her eyes like,
squeezing her eyes. It's actually quite common, the amount of people that don't do a budgeting plan. And I think it's really useful. It allows you to understand what you got coming in, what you got going out.
Yes.
Do you need to increase your income?
Yes.
I'd said spending unnecessarily. Is that Sky package worth it? Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
Things
Or
like
them
that. You could-
subscriptions.
Yeah, start evaluating your
But it would be a
finances.
good question to ask, Shana, in a minute, why you don't have one, or why you feel like you don't need one, or are you going to get one and need to be in your business? What's the reason you don't actually have one of those? Cause you're rich.
Maybe.
Yay.
Nah, just the boss, you know. But mainly because I would say because of my current situation.
Okay.
So right now, before I always go back and say before when I didn't have kids, I knew what was coming in. I knew
Yes.
I still weren't great at saving. I was
Yeah.
still overspending, but I was a bit more conscious of. I just knew there was more coming in, so I
Yes.
knew
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Now I've got to be more diligent. Is that the correct term?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want my heart to hurt because
Oh.
I'm kind of out of because
Now you need to do the budgeting plan.
The reality. The reality is
because
a
I'm
mad thing.
limited with my
Yes.
time and mentally.
Yeah.
It's like I don't put that stress on me right now.
Okay. Okay.
I can't lie, budgeting is like new to me.
It's an
Is it new
excuse.
to you as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like,
It's not new to me.
I started doing a budgeting plan. I kind of like, you know what comes out of your account every month.
Yes.
Especially my bank with Halifax. It tells you what's coming out.
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
day,
yeah, yeah.
You know, and so on and so on. So I know what's coming out. I know what I've got coming in. But I never used to really get into the dirty detail of it. Like, really get into everything.
Right.
But I have, since I've done the Pinkprint especially. So I'll say over the last 2 years, I've been more of a budgeting. Like, every month I do
Okay,
my budgeting plan.
okay.
Right.
Especially, I'm a single mother. I need to know what I've got coming in and
Yeah,
coming out.
yeah, yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
so I
definitely.
think it's been important. It's made me really look at certain things because I was a bit wasteful, especially with things like Sky subscription. You know, why have I got movies? Who watches the movies?
And the movies repeat 20 times in the one
Who
week.
watches
Please
them?
no.
I
There's
don't
a-
know, Sky.
Sorry, Fire Stick.
Hello.
Fire Stick to the wall. But you know, you're paying for unnecessary things sometimes. And
Yeah,
it's not
it's
until you
crazy.
sit down and you do the budgeting plan.
Yeah.
Do you really start to say, wait a minute?
But I don't need this. I don't need this. This is bleeding money. This is yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
These times it's £100 and odd.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes some people say to me, my gym memberships, it's expensive.
Very, but it's worth it, guys.
It's worth it. But then when you measure it up against a Sky subscription, it's almost the same amount
It's
of money.
similar,
Okay,
very similar.
£70 more.
But
it's
still,
similar, and
it's still your
worth
health.
it.
Exactly.
It's your
Yeah.
health,
So then you can
Exactly.
shift things around that way. It's true.
So I think a budgeting plan, guys, if you haven't got a budgeting plan, there's one in the Pinkprint. Get these loads of apps. You can just sit down and do it on a piece of note paper, anything. Do your budgeting plan. Do your income, your fixed expenses, your variable
Yes.
expenses, your saving goals, and your summary.
I agree.
It gives you such a clear picture of what's going on each month, and it kind of like settles that anxiety. A lot of people feel a bit anxious.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I think
When it
there's an
comes to-
anxiousness.
You know when you get those surprises as well. It's like, oh, I forgot.
Yeah. Them surprises are not funny.
Because even like me, was it today? I was like, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, you know, okay, extra cash. And then I got my £200 coming out of for your teeth for your. Oh, I was like, oh
Yeah.
You know,
Where
like,
you think you're
yeah,
up,
when you
it's
go-
not. Yeah, it's a bit of surprises all the time. If you don't, it's
I
just
will-
popping up like
I will
popcorn.
say like apps, banking apps like Monzo and stuff have
They
really
They are
helped.
so
But
good.
if Monzo tells me one more time that I spent more than
More than what you last month.
I get
Or
the
last
opposite message.
week.
I get the opposite
Listen.
message now. I promise you now. I get the
Yeah, mine
opposite.
says low. Mine says lower.
You're spending
And I'm
less.
happy there. I'm like.
Yeah.
Yeah, not when it's
But it needs to- it
22p
needs to
less.
I don't watch the amount.
You just know it's less. That's what you care about. Yeah, it's a win.
It's a win.
No, I love Monzo for
Yeah,
that.
it's
Monzo is so good, literally. Yeah,
pots.
the pots. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd recommend that to you guys. The pots are keep you organized and all of that. Yeah, it's good, man.
But in general, I feel like people, when it comes to finances, even with asking the questions to the public, speaking to people in general, I think finances is like a really great area for people that you need
It's
to
an
address.
uncomfortable area.
You need to address it though.
But why? And this is what I needed to kind of get off my chest as well. It's like comment in the comment section, guys. Why are people, you guys, so uncomfortable with finances? Like people are running away from us. When I say like people are darting behind, they were running like.
But ask about baby mother, baby father.
Yeah,
my
passa.
DM father.
Everybody's on it, and it's like this is such a thing that we can't excuse the lack of knowledge anymore. There's people out there. We are not financial advisors, by the way. We're just talking from our experience on our chest plate and the book. Yeah. So that's what we're saying, yeah. But there's so much now. Like when we were growing up, financial literacy wasn't a thing. But there's so many forums. There's Google. There's TikTok. There's Monzo. There's everything out there now at our disposal to learn and to become better at things. So it's not. It doesn't need to be a cultural thing. It doesn't need to be a generational thing. We can now break it. Yeah. But I think the first thing we need to do is get over the fear of discussing it. Now, it doesn't mean that you're doing better or worse than anybody. You just need to focus on it so that you can improve it. If you run from it, you can never.
Or is it that we need to learn, and I'm going to say as a community, we need to learn the actual value of money. Because maybe that's why
that
we're
could
not.
be it.
That's why
That
we're
could
not.
be
We'll
it.
get into that when we talk about the black spending power.
Oh.
Yeah, I think sometimes we don't realise.
Yeah.
You know?
So just like how you said, by you switching off that Sky, which I've never had.
20 years.
Yeah, see.
Platinum customer.
Wow.
20 years.
You're getting the directors the bonus. Big up you.
20 years platinum
Yeah.
customer.
But by
She got
switching that
bonus.
off,
Television don't even get turned
by
on.
switching that off, that change, like is it might be minor in short when you're looking at it short, but when you look at it over the span of how long you had it for.
And even if it's not switching off, maybe reducing the package, getting a package that hasn't got the movies, that hasn't got the sports, just the normal package.
Or if you have Sky, if you
Well,
have
see,
Sky,
that's the
then
thing.
you don't have Netflix. If you have I think you have to.
No, I got all of them.
No,
But
I'm
that's
just saying.
somebody's paying for. Nikki pays for one, and I pay for the other, and we do it that way. Because before it was just me. It's heavy. It's heavy. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, sometimes you don't need all of them because how many of them are you going to watch, really and truly? Do you get what I mean?
Exactly. And I just found that before, I must say, I was a television junkie. So I thought it was a worthy investment because I spent a lot of time
but now
watching
you're not.
series and stuff like that. I hardly watch television.
Yeah, I've come out of television for a few years now because I realise it's such a distraction.
It is.
And I only started getting back into trash TV a little bit when one day I came across loving hip hop or something like that.
Uh-oh.
And it dragged
Trash.
right back into the gutter.
Trash.
I got into baddies for a while. I was a baddies.
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
baddies,
she was
yeah.
an advocate for it all the time.
Not
Yeah, you
now.
watch
I
baddies.
don't watch
See?
it. I still watch it.
But it's a distraction. It's a distraction. Innit?
I love a box set though.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If I've got the time, I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, not baddies.
But all I am
Something
going to say
else.
is Supercell.
Supercell. Listen,
I'll be a
stream.
super...
Netflix I've got. That Netflix is my only Netflix and YouTube. That's all I need.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
only
To
watch
be
Netflix
fair,
and YouTube.
yeah.
And I like going to cinema, so I'm gonna watch a movie in the cinema.
Yeah, see, that's good.
I got discount, guys. Just saying.
See, and all these little things. Check where you can get discounts and little bits and pieces that can make those things perks.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? All these things that you need to utilize where you're holding on to your money more than spending it. Little things. Hacks.
I'll tell you as well of that Monzo. You know when you, I don't know what it's called, it's the correct term, but when it takes your change.
Oh my God.
Roundup. That's
The roundup.
That roundup was maybe a millionaire blood.
Listen, the
That
roundup is
like,
the...
what? 500
What?
pound?
Listen,
my change.
the roundup is lit. That is life changing. I used to use that every week when I used to go to work. So physically, when I used to go to work, I used to have to pay for the train station parking and pay for the train. But each week was the first week I did it. It was like okay. Then by the second week, it was paying for my lunch. It was paying for the parking
see?
because the little excess money. I was like, yo,
change.
this is a shout, you know.
Yeah.
That-
my mum
that
always
is the
said, you know,
best.
Shana, if you make £20, save £5. And I didn't understand.
My mum
You
says
think
the
it's
same thing,
£5?
but it makes,
makes a
difference.
every mickle make a muckle.
Exactly.
It's true.
So budget, guys.
That's budgeting.
Get your budgeting plan done. It's really, really crucial, and I
Yeah,
think it
I
will
agree.
remove some of that anxiety,
Yes.
and worry that a lot of people feel when it comes to money. Most people, when I do the scoring, because you know I always do the score out of 10, most people score themselves like under 5 when it comes to finances, and we want to get ourselves in a position where we're like 8, 9s.
Yeah,
10s.
100%.
We want to be
Definitely.
able to be financially literate and comfortable.
Yes,
And,
definitely.
yeah,
I
you don't
agree
want to start
completely.
skimming and scraping. You want to be
Yeah, and as you get older, you
Yeah.
want to be able to enjoy things more. So that means having more at your disposal, and also in emergencies as well, because you just don't know what's going to happen, and you just always need a little
emergency
something.
fund,
Yeah,
I think even if you're not making a decent amount, I think it's also living within your means.
yeah. Well,
And
this
not
is another
and
one
living
now.
for yourself, not trying to live to show off and to live to try to keep up with the Joneses.
It's true.
we're gonna get into that.
So
Yeah, it's
So,
true. I
let's
agree
get into
completely.
it.
Let's get into it because it's
But
true.
when you start doing things like your budgeting plan, that's when you start seeing things like your debt.
Yeah.
And again, that's something you need to address head on. And in the book, I've got some debt recovery plans, just things like the waterfall. Have you heard of the waterfall method?
no.
So
Which one's
it's looking at the ones with the highest interest.
Okay.
So if you've got credit cards or loans,
Mm-hmm.
the ones with the highest interest, you start making the minimum payments to the others. That's
Yes.
what the lowest interest. And the one with the highest interest, you start paying more money into
More
that
money
one.
into, okay.
So you wouldn't pay the minimum, obviously. You would pay extras and try and pay that one off so you can get rid of it. So that's the waterfall method.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you go down to the ones with the lowest interest until you pay off your debts.
That's
But there's
interesting.
loads of different strategies in here of how you can start looking at, prioritizing
That's good to know
your
because
debts.
that makes sense, doesn't
It does,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that, you'll just be over here just trying to
Yeah, just sinking.
keep
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
And you can make those
Under the
calls.
waterfall.
Don't run away from debt. Don't ignore them
Yeah.
letters. Address it. Call them creditors. Call them that loan company.
Consolidate.
Yeah, exactly. Look
Yeah.
at what you can do
Yeah.
to get your debts
Yeah.
under control. So there's a few strategies in here, guys, that you can tap into and to become debt free because we're not gonna want no debt.
No, definitely
Or
not.
high
Trust me.
interest.
No, it's
The
true.
interest be eating up everything.
Yeah.
You're making them
Yeah.
minimum payments. That's not going nowhere.
No, exactly. And you think
So-
why? You feel like you're just like in a rabbit hole. It can be solved.
And then there's also like things like the emergency fund, your retirement plan as well. So a lot of people pay into a private retirement plan. These are things to think about.
Definitely.
There's a lot of people that's not paying taxes or claiming any form of benefits, and they're not paying into the state, so they're not going to get a state pension. You have
This
to
is
pay
it.
30 years of tax to receive a state pension. And it's all good and well ignoring it now, unless you're making that money and stacking it and putting it aside for your retirement personally. When you retire, what are you
That's
living
it.
off?
That's
What
it.
are
And
you
it's
living off?
the bills are still going to be billing.
Exactly. You're still going to need to eat and sleep
Yeah,
and all the rest of
yeah.
it. So it's just looking into these things. So goals. Then the next section is setting some financial goals.
Okay.
Okay.
So have you guys got any financial goals? Should we do a goal each?
Yes,
Go on. Who's
I'm
got
happy. You do it.
Financial goal.
Financial goal. So we're talking about like well, all I know with myself, what my main focus is, and it has been since I say that my partner definitely helps me with.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because he's quite a saver, and he's made me a bit more conscious of money and my
Yeah,
spending.
yeah.
So
That's good.
my financial goal again is just to continue that. So where I'm very conscious. I ask myself, not do I want it, it's if I need it. Do you need it? So I'm gonna keep at that, because then it allows me to second guess second think an outfit or an activity or do
That's
I really
good.
need it? No.
Yeah.
And then that I try to put towards my free girls accounts, my account, or whatever.
That's
it is.
good.
So yeah, in terms of money, financial goals, I'll say just to continue my saving, because obviously sometimes because of not the financial planning, some months might differ.
Yeah, very true.
So
very
it might
true,
be
very
hard for you
true.
to do, maybe, I don't know, I'm just going to a random number, £60 I want to put in the girls' account each. Maybe this month might have to be 20.
Yes,
but it's still something.
Yes. But it's about,
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
at least you're doing it. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's excellent.
Financial goals.
I want to be mortgage free in about 4 or 5 years.
So what does that entail? What does that mean for you? What's the
I'm
action?
getting a bigger contract. Thank you very much. Yeah, probably earning more, or not even earning more, probably saving a little bit more, or being able to overpay. And that also varies sometimes with me, because I don't have a fixed income. I have a varied income, so some contracts will pay me better than others. So what I want to do is discipline myself. Like if I do get a bigger contract, which I do sometimes, is put in that extra in or onto the mortgage, because you can overpay. And what I did when I remortgaged 2 years ago is made sure that there was an overpayment option built into the mortgage, so that I could. I've only got like officially like 9 years, but I want to cut it down, because I feel like that's my biggest expense. Once the mortgage, someone said to me like, do you want me to give you a lump sum of money or whatever, I'd say pay my mortgage.
Yeah.
Once you do that, good. That would be my main thing. If I can pay my mortgage off sooner than later, then I'll be all right.
You could make a lottery agreement. If
Yes.
any of us win the lottery, you have to pay off each other's
if it's
mortgages.
mortgage, 100%.
As long as it's over a couple mils.
Yeah, we can do it. And we do it, yeah, get rid of it, knock it on the head,
true.
and then my feet will not touch the ground. I will be doing the podcast from the beach. I'm out of here. Trust me.
All right, my financial goal is to hit over 100k, and I think that's quite possible. There was one point where I'd be like, that's unrealistic, but it's very realistic. I've got my hands in a couple of pies, so yeah, we're working towards.
Yeah, good.
We're getting there.
Have
can
you
do
done
it.
your retreat yet?
No, that's at the end of the year, November. I'm doing a retreat.
Retreat. You sold out, right?
Yeah, sold out in 5 days.
You guys need to get the next one.
The next one, guys.
Next one.
My wellness retreat, guys, is gonna be lit. So yeah, that's but there's so many different financial goals that you can set.
Yes.
You know, some people's got debt goals that they want to pay off their debts. You know, mortgage free, financially free, early retirement, retire their parents. There's so many financial goals that you can set. So what's your financial goals? Drop them in the comments below.
Yes.
That is true. Retire my parents. Sorry, mummy. I forgot. that's the main one.
Oh, my mum's already retired, so that's all right. I don't need to worry about her. I just
Well,
want to
that's
take her
such
to
an
the beach.
achievement, isn't it, to retire.
Oh, that would
No, my mum
be
likes to be
beautiful.
active and still, I'd love to.
But it'd be nice to be active and not financially have to be active.
Yes.
And I think that would be nice. And
Yeah.
they could just do a hobby.
Do what they want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, come look after the picnic then.
Oh,
You're tired, hey, mum.
save on the nursery.
I've retired you, mum.
Yeah,
Mum's on
there
the
you
cruise.
go. School
Mum's
runs
on
and
the
the school
cruise on
run.
FaceTime. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, Sharna, I'll see the baby soon. All right, cool. So let's get into the questions now that we asked the public. So, guys, you guys were interested with finances. We're getting on my nerves a little bit. Like, we're putting out some questions, like serious questions that's going to impact your life and improve your finances, like glow up your finances, and you lot are just like,
Nah.
Yeah.
But then
It's
I asked
crazy.
something mix up, and then
And then straight away, crazy, the phone blew up. It's a mad
Essays.
thing.
Now, come on, let's get it. So now this one is important. We asked, what is the UK black spending power? Do you know what it is?
No.
Take a guess. Do you think it's in the millions or billions?
The millions.
You think it's in the millions? The black spending power.
Nice. Go up, go up.
You know our people.
We got it.
Too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spend a lot.
A lot of money. A lot of money.
Take a wild billion guess.
In the billions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like in the hundreds,
Yeah.
hundreds of billions,
Yeah.
Yeah.
200 billion,
A little bit higher.
360.
A little bit lower. 300 billion.
Yeah.
That
It's a
is
lot.
the UK black spending power. And
It's crazy.
against the amount of homeowners and investments
Yes,
and
yes.
ownership, the percentage is just not making sense. Sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but we are spending so much
Spending
money,
out,
but we
out,
don't
out.
own nothing, which is crazy for me. Like,
And it's actually quite depressing to think
Yeah.
of it. It's sad.
Sad.
It's actually sad.
It's sad to know that we are holding ourselves back.
Because we got it.
But are the same people not owning? Is that just owning stuff here?
No, this is just spending, like what we spend, what we consume.
This is all UK statistics when we're talking
UK.
about,
But they
So
might own
they might be
it.
owning, yes, well.
Possibly.
Because remember when we were looking, if I'm right, if we were looking at it, I think a lot of Caribbean people own their homes, but they were saying
Yes.
a lot of African people don't, and I think that's because they invest back home.
Home, yeah, which is
We
true.
did have this conversation.
Yeah, that's right.
Guys, these may be wrong facts, but I think this is the conversation.
Yeah, this is what we had. We did have this
No, but
conversation.
still, I mean, that's fine. If we can afford to do back home too, but we should. If you live here primarily, then
You've got
we
to
should
do
have
something here.
no?
You have to. Yeah, you should.
as well.
As owning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might not want to own here.
But I don't think it's not because of a want. I don't think it's because of not a wanting. I think it's just
If we are spending 300 billion,
You must can
there
own
is a
something.
problem because right,
you must can own
Come on.
something.
And the thing
we
is,
don't even own our own hair shops. Like, come on.
Come on, yeah,
come
we can do
on.
better than that.
We can-
Because what are we spending the
and
300
get-
billion
and get
on?
Your Caribbean, you're going back home to buy your house, your land back home, but yet you have to buy your Caribbean food from people who are not Caribbean. Make it make sense.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I get it, but at the same time, no. Like, we
Gotta
need
have
to,
something,
we need to be a
man.
bit more again. And when you're looking at, like, when you're asking serious questions, I don't think we apply enough logic into our movements.
No.
I don't think we do.
And people
again,
don't take it seriously.
that comes down to the financial literacy. Is it because people don't know where to make the investments? Are they not tapped in? A lot of, do you know what I mean? Is it something in their home they've not seen?
I think
They've
it's in their eyeball. They know because they can look. You can find out. This is the thing. I think there's just a disinterest, and I don't understand where that disinterest is coming from.
You might
think-
not feel like this is home.
I think it's the community in the sense of,
I don't know what it
for
is.
example, about 2 weeks ago, maybe less, a lovely lady came into my shop. Okay, let's say 4 weeks. She came in and inquired about getting her feet done. 2 weeks later, she had booked.
Yes.
And she came in. That she saw one of her neighbours or something like that. And she was like, the neighbour was like, oh, where you going? And she was like, oh, I'm going to the bottom of the road to go get my nails done in that shop. And the person, who also was a person of colour, was like, no, don't go there because she's black. The Chinese don't do it
Shush.
better. Go to the shop in Kilburn because they're Chinese.
No, she didn't say
No, you're
that.
lying.
Hold on.
What
believe
is
what-
wrong
I can't
with
believe what you're saying
Who
to me.
said that?
But this is not uncommon though. That's the
But
thing.
who does it for you?
Who does what?
The hand.
She does everything. She's not the shop. She does everything.
I do most feet. Because the way you look down at your hoofs,
Yeah, you're not
I
doing
z-
my feet.
no, I'm not doing those.
He was ready to come and be like,
She does everything.
That's a chiropodist.
yeah, you gotta get sharp for this. You gotta go podiatric clinic.
Justice when it comes to feet.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but I mean, no, you don't.
Have
you don't.
have you tried me?
Exactly, but you can't
not
say
gonna
to
do
someone, "Don't go here, come here." That's
gonna
so
tell you that.
bad.
They're not gonna tell you that, but they're gonna be cussing you in your language, in their language.
Listen,
They're
put on
cussing you,
Google
slewing you.
Translate next time you go.
I don't
Sleep.
care what they say, as long as they do my thing properly.
Nah, because what I'm saying
But
is
why
again,
would
you're
you not
spending
just, why
out of
would
the
you not
community.
just go to Bougie
There's
Nails
no
and
way
keep
I'm
them?
going to Bougie Nails to see my feet. No way.
Why?
Why?
What do you think she's gonna do?
No way.
Unless your foot is growing a foot. There's no reason.
you
And
know
that's the mentality.
It's too
even
crazy.
Like, even little small
That's
like
madness.
lots of people cut their toenails to come to do their feet. Why? Leave
Ah.
it.
Not
It's
me,
fine.
boy.
This is what
I'm gonna walk up in there
right.
with what you.
What's
Every
the reason?
2 to 3 weeks, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when you go over there, so you're not doing that. So what's the problem?
yeah, take the shame out of it. There's no shame. If you're coming to a hair salon, come with your hair to get saloned. You know, like
yeah.
You're coming to a nail shop.
You're rendering a service here, like
I'm not here to judge. You're not here to judge.
I don't badmind people about their business neither, as well, because I don't like that.
No, that
lady.
But that's
if
the
you ever
mentality.
watch the things,
that's the mentality.
too annoying.
That's the mentality that is too often heard.
Yes,
and it's in our community. It's very, very. It's so sad. It's very poor, and that is why we are not winning.
And that was probably a big woman, you know, that just said that.
It was a big woman.
That's a crying shame. I can't lie. And I think so. When we were doing the research as well, I think one of the things that was coming up is that we are very materialistic.
Oh my gosh. Don't get me started with that now.
Like we do a lot of things for show.
So much show.
And
I got nothing.
And that's one of the main
It's too annoying for me.
Our spending problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we,
let's just go back to, I don't know, let's think of, I don't know, a
Let's
rave.
Dance a yard before you dance abroad.
What's it called? Around Robin. Let's think of that. Let's think of around
Dance
Robin.
a yard before you dance
think of all the
abroad.
drink that you are spilling on the person to go onto the floor.
They're not gonna like that one.
We're like, unlike Shamina's one when she did her
the money.
When the money put the
It's like African money spray.
Yeah,
that's
people
what
were
we
spraying
like.
the money on
That's
her.
it.
So
Give
she
your
was saying,
friend the
"Well,
money.
thank you. Me can
Give
save
your
for
friend the
whatever."
money. Give
You
your
can't do nothing
people
with
the
drink that
money.
you just spent
Yeah,
how much
but
for
what they
it.
say is it goes to, I was saying this today actually, it goes towards the bar spend. But you see, if it's me, I'd rather you give me the money and then I can replenish. That's just me. So for me, there's no point doing all of that and you can't get on a plane and fly out if you need to, or you're missing your partner drawers. Oh, partner is also a good way to save. Or you're not committing to your financial responsibilities and doing that. And then if you pass away, we have to do a GoFundMe.
That's what I was gonna say. GoFundMe.
It's all these things are great if you got everything, your shit in order. No one's judging, but get your shit in order. I don't want to see people doing foolishness and then you're hungry or you don't have, or when you're old, you can't turn on lights or heating because you was out here popping bottles for no reason. Because people might care today, they'll chat you tomorrow. Because it's cringe. It looks stupid.
It's funny. I get the love. But the logic behind it is very silly.
If you have it, that's fine, you know.
But I'm not gonna. I drink up. I'm Jamaican, you know what I mean? So
Jamaican.
I get it.
We love it.
I like it. I see the appreciation for the person. I get the love. But it just don't make sense.
Especially if you haven't got your stuff in order. Like, if your ducks are in a row, which most people clearly ain't, because when we ask the question, you know what I mean? But if your things is in order, then it's different. But if it's not, and you're struggling to show people you have when you really don't, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, because what matters is what's going on behind closed doors with you, your family. You know what I mean? To show everybody who really might care for 5 minutes, who cares? And they're gonna chat you whether you do it or not. This is a thing.
It's just not.
I just feel like, especially because we're in a social media society nowadays, I think a lot of people do things for socials or for, you know, the wider public or their,
but you know, like
circles.
if I was a teen, early teen, now how social media is, I kind of get it. I would kind of think I'd be following the trend and we're now at 30 odd, 40 odd.
Follow what
Grow up.
trend? I am the trend.
Grow up
I'm
to
doing
glow
what I
up.
need to do.
Yeah.
Forget
Who
that.
are you following?
And even young people, don't be following the trend.
No, but I think younger people are a bit more business.
They're very much more
motivated.
business and money orientated.
Yeah.
They're about their thing. Do you get me? But I don't know
But
if that's
they will
because they've got the
spend as well,
resources.
but
They will spend. But what they need to do is understand from early what they need to do. Because I tell you now, if I knew what I was meant to do, what I know now, I would be a millionaire. I'm not even gassing. I'm telling you. Because I made a lot of money. And I lost a lot of money.
Who taught you about your credit file?
My mum.
Who taught you about yours?
Yeah, my mum, my sister.
Yeah, my sister showed me about that.
My mum. And I was shocked. You see, when I realised, I said, oh, so if I don't pay this is a default and it's going to stay on here for 6 years. What are you telling me? Then I can't get this, I can't get that. I
Or
said,
maybe did a letter tell me?
hell
Yeah, or did a
no.
letter tell me? Hence why then I had to ask the question.
I remember the first thing I got was a store card.
Huh.
And
I did
I was
worse.
going wild with that store card. It was free money at the time.
Did they still do them?
Crazy. They do them,
know.
but I don't want them.
I don't think they're as
When I was
frequent.
18 years old, Lloyd's, gave me at 18 years old a credit card that had £2,000 on it.
Oh, that you went mild then.
But hold on, did I even get on a plane? I've been on a plane prior to, but I didn't use it. I went River Island, Magana Selfridges, Top Shop, Magana Designer Shop. May I do this? And I thought to myself, hang on, I got to pay all this back. You see the interest?
Yeah.
When that licked me down, it was the only reason why I was able to pay it back was I took 2 years out after my A-levels. So I was able to pay it back, and I had to get my finances in order because then I was going to buy the house. When I realized what was on this rap sheet they call credit score, I said, you be getting nothing if you do not turn this around. You won't even get a hole in the wall, a dirt. I said, no. You got to sort this out. And that's when I realized all those actions have consequences. But no one taught me how deep it was. Like, my mom told me about my credit file, but I didn't realize like the depth of it, like defaults, this, that, the other, missing payments every month. I was just like, I'll pay it next month.
And my friends in college got their credit mashed up by getting phones out.
All that as well.
Mind the things. You know,
when you're young, you don't business.
You realise. And because you're old, you're going to be older, but
it just meshes up everything. No, man. It's a stress.
If you start it right,
you're good. You're good. Trust me.
You're gone clear.
It hurts.
If you start working out your finances, even as young teens, from you're in school, if you start patterning your finances up and understanding money and the power of your money,
and getting in the habits.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, getting in the habits.
What you can do with it, understanding your credit, understanding interest rates.
Trust me.
Low interest rates, high interest rates, you know, all of these kind of things.
Yes.
You can have a nice start in life. You don't need to have a rough start learning about things in the midst of it. You can actually take off.
And do you know what's so funny? There's so many tools now that are actually free. Whereas when we was growing up, it was Experian and £15 a month.
Yeah.
You had to pay to get it. Now, I still pay to get it because I like to know what's going on. But I also have the free ones from like Clear Score and all of that as well, which I get every month. So if there's a search, if there's a soft search, a hard search, if I've made a good paying streak, it tells me Credit Karma, Clear Score and Experian if you want to pay. If you want to pay to do it. But you need to have those things because you could even be being a victim of fraud and you don't know.
Don't even know.
And you need all these things, but now they're free, they're available.
That's true.
We need to be utilizing them. There's no excuse anymore, especially after this podcast.
But I do feel like on this subject, we must get an expert in season 2.
We need to.
Just to give some more
It's a must.
advice and some tips and just like get a better understanding of what we can do.
Yes.
I do feel like some people are making some more better investments, using their money a bit more wisely. But I think the more knowledge we have is the more improvements we can make.
What would you say about trading? Do you think that was a good... But so Ciri and I, we both did like a trading course and we was doing a bit of trading. And
I feel like with trading, there's 3 sides to trading. So there's learning how to trade, there's understanding the fundamentals, things like the news and stuff like that. But most importantly, it's the psychological side of it. You're like having your mentors. If you don't know how to just like execute your trade and leave it to let it do what it's doing, most traders fail because they don't have that bit under control. The best traders have the best psychs. So I think with most things, you just need to have the control.
Yeah, it's
like
so true.
If you don't have that discipline and
It's
that
true.
control with
I
your
agree.
diet, with your finances,
Anything.
why did you point at me when you said diet?
Oh.
Why did your hand go to the left?
or us.
You feel the tax?
Finance over here.
Yeah, right.
Vicky's very good. So don't be that. But no, seriously, like I feel like discipline is the key to most things in life. If you don't have discipline, you can't master anything.
So true.
Or you can get it, but is it going to be what you need it to be without the discipline?
That's true.
Yeah.
Nah. So I think with trading is a good thing. Knowing about stocks and shares, I've got a little bit in the back of the book about that. I think it's worthy to look at. It's worthwhile looking into these kind of things like stocks, trades, investments.
Yeah, but you need to be on it because you need to know
exactly and
when to pull out,
get the right advice. Get the right advice. Know what you're getting into. But
And you can also start small as well if you need to, and just you know.
But we can get somebody on about that.
Yeah, we can definitely
to give you some good advice.
Yeah, because we don't know much in detail.
I'm going to move to the next question.
Okay.
So we then went out. Let me go to the next one that's a bit juicy. Living with your partner, are you both chipping in or is someone
this question was popping
off?
They love this one. Wanna love too much mix up.
Don't look at me.
So what do you lot want to do first? Should we ask each other this question or do we go to the answers?
I think we can hear the answer first and then we can go to each other.
The answers are many.
Go on.
Okay, give good
Alright.
5 top 5 ones.
All right, top 5. All right. I like this one. He covers 80%. I do the rest.
Nice for you. That's
I
lovely.
like that.
Oh.
Bloody heck.
That's nice.
Does he have any brothers? Cousins?
Ask him for a friend.
But then someone else said that she doesn't know more than 3 women who don't go at least 50-50. Like, she don't know no one who's getting anything like less, like their man's doing 60 or 70 or they're doing 50-50 and that's it.
I think majority of people are doing 50-50.
Yeah.
Out here right now. Because, I mean, most people are earning a good enough wage, but it's hard,
still hard.
to do it like
think you gotta be
70-30,
realistic,
80-20. It's like, okay.
Because if I'm making 30 grand for the year,
Yeah.
and he's making 100 grand for the year, we're definitely doing a 70-30 split.
Yeah.
But if we're both on the same sort of thing, it's unfair to be
It's,
like,
yeah.
I
It's
saw
true.
someone sent me a video today about this where this guy was earning like 10k a month and the girl was earning like 3k a month and he was doing 50-50 with her, and I think the bills were 3k a month, so she was left with like 1.5 and obviously he's left with bare money. She left him because of that, because he didn't want to increase it. He said, no, we're doing 50-50 even though I'm making this 10k a month.
what?
How can a man be making 10k a month or a girl be making 10k a month and then still be doing that and you're making your shekels? That's really sad.
There? Where is the...
Even if it's not gentlemen, like even a woman, anybody doing that, how are you even doing that?
I'm gonna start lying. I'm gonna start making fake wage slips. I earn $1,000.
Less.
What?
I'm not making anything. I'm making the bed up, then making the suitcase and going through the door.
Like,
that is what I'm doing, because that's crazy.
That's very
$3
mean.
grand
That's-
and you're earning 10, and I'm like,
That's where she had to, I don't know how long
Nah,
she was in
B.
that for, but she needed to assess that relationship from a long time ago.
he hates you. He hates you. He
must.
hated you.
Yeah, he don't rate you. He
Come
wants to
on.
keep you down.
Yeah, because 3k and then
She
10k.
should have been taking about £500 and that was to cover her wig.
Bro, just
That's
cover
not
it.
even-
Just
just-
cover
Does
it.
she even have a wig after
That's
doing
not- yeah.
50-50?
That's
cover
out of
it.
order.
That is dread, innit? Come
That's out of
on.
order.
And he's getting front as well as that half
Probably
price,
food
half
cooked and all
50.
these things. That's rude. That's out of order.
Someone else said, am I a slave?
Oh.
That was their answer to the question, literally. Both chipping in, both paying bills. One paying bills, other paying shopping.
Okay, fair enough.
But then we had some other ones, like people saying people are in relationships because of cost of living. No one wants to like be single because
Hold on.
the cost of living is.
So they're
costly.
cohabiting
they're
not because of in love.
homosexuals.
Yeah, homosexuals. So they're not because they like each other. They're just in the relationship because of the cheapness of the dividing.
I can see it happening.
I get that.
Let me tell
Because
you something.
imagine now, you're in the yard, and you lot ain't getting along. The bills are billing. You start looking online at the real estate, the estate agents.
Let me
Yeah.
tell
Humble
you
boy.
something.
The
There's a lot of
rent
people living
is
like that.
renting.
Something have to sell.
You're
I
like,
don't know what. Something have to sell because I'm not staying there with someone I don't like,
when
bro.
you're coming in,
Selling.
you're like, babe, maybe we should make up.
No.
I know a lot of people that's in that situation where they're just cool.
calm.
The relationship hasn't really worked out,
Nah.
and they're living together
Yeah.
because
If I do not like you, so what happens at the time when I don't like you and you try to touch
you
me?
go in your room, they go in the spare room.
No, but suppose they try
There's a
to
lot of people
touch
living
you.
like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people trapped in mortgages, long-term relationships ended. I will know a person who's got another partner. He's got another partner, but he lives in the house with his, then divorced now as well, his ex-wife. They both live in the house because they both can't afford
To buy one another
so
out.
they say,
To buy each other out.
to buy each other out. I think you must be able to do something. But I think
is ludicrous.
They're both living in the same home and have been for many years, and he full-blown has another partner.
That's not making. I don't know. I mean, do what works for
one's
you.
suspicious.
But that's a little weird.
That's sus.
That's odd.
Are they
And
sleeping in the same bed?
No. To be honest, it's affecting her mentally severely.
Okay.
He's
Really?
getting on with it. Yeah, she's not getting on with it.
Okay.
But it's affecting her.
something would have to sell.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I'm telling
Sell
you
it,
now,
do something
because
small, do
again,
something, 'cause your
we
mental
will
health is
move
more
on to
important.
environment on the next chapter and the next show. But
But
that
it's
is
a
so
unhealthy
key.
environment.
Can you imagine living with someone who you don't really like? You're not feeling them. Your home is meant to be your peace. So when you're coming home just to that person, just because you need to survive to pay bills with that person, I hate you. I hate you. And I'm in the house with you. I may hate you. No.
Yeah,
Me.
Yeah,
never. I couldn't. I
no,
couldn't.
that's-
I would
that's
try my best.
So let me just quickly go to some more.
Magana Pauline Os. Yeah, I'm going.
I hardly ever chip him, but now he's moved back to his place. I have to get to grips with it. So they're like
wow.
doing like a separate, like they're not separated but together, but he's moved back to his place. So I think I'd find that difficult because I'll talk about myself later, but I would find that difficult. Where's the one I wanted to read?
No, we got to find this one.
Yeah, no, I found it. So she's basically saying that men, the reality is more men live with their girl. So when they move in, they know she covers most expenses. So the guys end up paying 1 or 2 bills and will turn around and tell her about her cheap government rent that she can cover herself. Because she's got a council for that.
But don't be telling me about my bills and you're living in my place. We got but again, sorry, that goes to communication. The ground rules need to be set. You're moving in here and you need to decide what you're doing. Not 1, 2 bills. Are we splitting it 50-50? Are we doing this? And don't tell me about my cheap government rent because you can't even afford rent outside, which is why you're living here, sir. Bright. Coming to tell me about my But very rude.
The bottom line is, I think this is a lot of people's reality.
Communication though, Ciri, because before moving in they need to have that conversation. Because why are you telling me about my cheap government rent and taking up 1 piece of light bill or the council tax or something?
Is it the
rude, man?
I think a lot of people do fall, a lot of women do fall into the trap of letting a man come in.
That's nice, but you got to pay something.
Yeah, but again,
you got to pay.
Homosexual,
what are you doing in here? You're not paying.
Back to the other day when we had the relationship conversation. These conversations ain't happening. Conversations.
I don't know.
Are not happening.
I don't know if it's me personally because I used to have lodgers. Yeah, I've had lodgers for years. Then when my partner moved in, obviously by that time I had got rid of lodgers. But at that time I was in a financial position to be there by myself anyway, with or without him. But I said to him when we first moved in, this is what we're doing with the split of the payment. That's cool. If he wasn't happy to do it, he can go and find his own place. But this is what I'm going to be dealing with. Because if I'm living with somebody and we're sharing the same ear, toilet, bed, crevice, piece of this, piece of that, and front...
It has to make sense.
It has to make sense. Because you see, once you make the mistake and the person comes in on a little bangaram, that's you know. Mash up.
And also, how can I respect you if you're not really contributing to the house as the man?
Hello, sir.
How can you get bright
Well, that's
in
why
my
I feel
house?
like the breakdowns in relationships
and be tapping at night time.
Yeah. No.
Ain't
and
no.
Then no one's trying to have no one's trying to have the conversation once they're in the situation.
And it's so you know it's such. And I understand it's such money conversations are the hardest to have.
Stuff, you know, as well.
What you were saying earlier on, but you see that type of conversation. I don't like talking about money. See, if you owe me money, I find it so hard
I hate
to ask you for my money back. That's just that person. I'd rather leave it. That's just how I am. I don't know how to approach you to ask you. I'd rather just be like, I owe me money. I mumble under my breath. I wouldn't actually say anything. So I think a lot of people. Once you get into that thing, you're cussing, you're upset about it, you're looking at the money, you're thinking, shit, this ain't enough, you know, I need to have this conversation, but it's riding you because how do you say it without offending somebody?
But also, and you also think as well, I think you're correct, but it's like, why have you not thought about this? Why is he not thinking?
That's the one as well.
Yeah,
it's like you get mad because you're thinking,
so
hold on, you're just here, just walking up and down the house, dick swinging like you're some big man, but you're not paying the bills though. And you're internally, you're talking about it in your head, but you're not saying anything. Talk your mouth, gal and man, say what you need to do. Have the meeting on the Sunday or whatever it is. Talk it out because people are suffering.
It's true.
People
are suffering.
You need to follow every chapter.
Yeah.
Finances chapter 2.
Trust me. It's about it.
Have that conversation.
Gotta get it in there. Yeah, it's so difficult, man.
I do think it's a difficult conversation, but back to Monzo, you can request your money.
With a smile?
With a smile. You owe.
Thank you. Let me get some faded.
I was about to pour some drink as well, you know.
So back to the responses. So another one, again, very similar. Guys live off girls more than we live off them, but will stack their money just in case things don't work out.
Want some, Ciri?
Yeah, please. What do you think about that one? Woody, what do you think about that one? Yeah, what do you think about this?
Yes, you.
These guys living in these girls but stacking their money.
So
a lot of people agreed with this as well. I just want to say
they do.
In my opinion.
With the girl.
Yeah, you moved into your girl, into her council flat or whatever.
Yeah. So when
I contribute minimally.
With the council flat, what does the girl pay? Barely nothing, right?
What do you mean barely nothing? You see what I'm saying? No.
I'm asking.
Rent still a guan. I don't know what you're saying. Still rent, money for payer.
A grand a month.
So with a grand.
Grand a month. That don't include council tax.
That's not no council.
But how low do you think council housing is?
Council
when you're
housing
fully, like, actually
But wait.
need to pay it.
Wait. So if her council, if her rent was £200, are you saying because it's £200 she can cover it, or are you saying as a man, even though it's £200?
You can cover that. But what I want to know is, does she want the bag?
Maybe she wants half the bag.
Pay 2 bags. When she has to pay 2 bills.
Maybe she needs.
Well, remember there's rent and there's expenses
You
as
get what I'm
well.
saying, though?
But no, remember it's not just rent, you know. You got rent, you got council tax, you got light.
Yeah, but more time it comes up to nothing.
To where?
So
Where?
what's her income for you to say that's nothing? Have you had that conversation?
That should be
Is she
covered by the
stacking?
guy anyway.
Is she stacking like you are stacking, paying
No,
her?
I'm saying the guy that should be covered by the guy anyway. But the girl might want the money that the government's paid for, i.e. the bag.
What?
I don't understand.
I'm confused.
Alright, so you see, like the government will pay for your rent, right?
No, but only if you're
they're
not
not
working.
working.
If the girl's working and not
Alright.
paying nothing.
But let's say the girl's not working.
I think it's a working girl in my
All right, if the girls-
scenario.
In my
girls-
scenario,
She's
if
a
you
working
work it
girl.
out-
We're definitely in Pinkprint. Everyone works. So
Everyone
we're
works.
who's
Alright,
watching this?
cool,
But
cool,
you're trying to
cool.
say if
So if
you're
you're
trying to say if the
working-
government's
if-
covering it, then you
alright.
shouldn't contribute now.
Alright, so if you're working, you still get a discount, right?
Some
depending
not
on how
all
much you're
the-
renting.
How much
If it's £200,
discount?
you ain't getting no discount. You ain't getting no.
£200.
Never. You must be working 2 hours a
If
week,
you're
a month.
working a standard job and you're still gonna cover at least
From you doing-
£1,000 something pounds
At least.
a month.
Depending on where you have and what you have.
The guy should have some sort of pay in that £1,000, no?
What pay
You
you
should
towards
give
the
her,
bill?
so you should give her.
Who's gonna come in and pay nothing? That don't make no sense.
Some, we're talking about the
No,
crust.
but this is the.
We're talking about the crust. We're talking about the crust here. Some people use the
that
crust.
we're getting from
People
the,
are not-
That
from
is
the.
a leech.
They said that is a leech.
You're not stupid for allowing it.
Well.
Yeah, well, this is it. I think
Well,
sometimes
girls,
we do.
what are you allowing?
He's saying.
What are you allowing?
He's saying.
And do you know what? He's right.
He is
Yeah.
true.
The-
Don't
it's-
take liberties,
it's-
bro.
You have to take accountability. It's all good and well saying these guys are leeches or they're just.
But you're
You've
allowing it.
got to
You've
not
allowed
allow it.
that.
It's true.
You've
Come
allowed
in your
it.
yard
Yeah.
and you're paying a bag and he's paying nothing.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Never.
Or doing groceries. That don't make no sense.
And then we'll turn around and give you bun after. You must be
Mad.
mad. No. You have to pay. Everyone has to pay for where they're living. You know, it always gets back to that me getting angry. I'm just saying.
But we're trying to uncomfortabilize that.
Yeah.
At the meeting,
Do
it's
it.
a standard conversation.
Because it's not fair on you.
It's
And you
not
become
fair.
resentful towards that
And
person.
as a man,
That is
no matter
deep.
what.
If guys are making girls feel like this, that's deep.
as
It's
a man,
common.
this is like
Not only
standard
just-
now.
not just
As-
for the
'cause
answers,
thing
but
is,
we know
you
it.
men, you men nowadays, you don't want to be looked after. This is the problem. This is the common conundrum.
Trying to
You
get
lot- yes,
trying to
you
get
lot want- you lot
oxtail
want women
with
like
chicken
we're
money
treating
and
you.
macro money.
This is the problem. So you're saying it should be standard, but it's not standard because man want to be treated like gal. And then we have to then pull up our socks and do what we're supposed to be doing.
It's rough
to
out
cover
here
you lot
sometimes, bro.
and ourselves.
Fuck that.
I couldn't do it, you know. Me, no. I'd rather lay in my bed, my big size, king size bed on my own then. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it.
Not even half.
Don't look at me because that can happen.
You must be
I
mad.
got answer that question.
In this 2024, yeah?
So 3 out of 3, that doesn't happen. So where does that happen? That might
No, but people have been saying that this is what's
This is-
happening.
this is-
I
this
don't
is a
know who, but
response
this is some
from our
people out
question.
there's reality that's
Those
happened to them
people,
for God
I
knows
think
what
those
reason.
people are the people that don't work.
It can't be.
And the government's paying for most of their things.
And then the guy doesn't want to give
And the
then.
guy will probably pay more than what they have to pay for the rent. So feel like they're doing their part.
Oh, okay.
I hear what you're saying.
I
hear
get that, but I don't know who.
I don't
Because
know.
I don't
really
No
know.
one
I
said
don't know
this
how
here.
people then work,
Questions.
yeah.
No.
It wouldn't make sense. A guy can't move in. Can you live in your mum's house and not pay nothing?
Well, this is it. But
There's
some
plenty of
people,
people doing it.
listen, human beings will do whatever they can get away with, you know. Some of them. So you see, if you let someone start sliding, they do ice skating and pirouetting before you know,
They
you know.
get in.
Love bombing,
Love woman.
creeping in,
Sweet you up.
No
Nice.
standards.
swinging you from the
Nice
chandelier at night time.
Yeah.
No standards. Not,
You know.
I think it's the standards. And I think you need to
Have you ever
understand
been
what.
through that?
Nah.
Just for a little bit.
Never.
Well, I wouldn't say I haven't been through it.
Oh, let's unpack.
What, we're going to ourselves now?
Yeah, go on. Let's do it.
Might as well.
I would say I was definitely in a position where I've always been independent. I've always paid all my bills. So when I had someone who did come into my home, I never had that conversation about, okay, this is the bills. This is my expectations from you.
Was he staying there but still had his own joint,
Yes.
that might be the reason why.
Nah, because his overheads weren't overheading like mine.
Yeah, but was that down to your budget?
No, that's just
That's a good
because
question,
of,
isn't it?
No, that's just because
Okay,
of
man.
just basics.
You are.
No, that's just because of
though.
no, basics. Basics like rent is rent, council tax. You don't have them bills. I do.
Oh, so he was with the council?
No, he didn't have overhead.
You don't have overhead, so where he's living is basically free. So he could help her if he wanted to, but he wasn't, kind of thing.
Why? I don't get. Where did it go wrong?
I think the lack of communication,
The
maybe.
lack of
Do you reckon?
communication, trust, finances, change of environment.
What do you mean finances? What do you mean?
Not contributing enough, not doing what I feel in terms of when I'm setting my standards, he wasn't doing what the standards were meant to be. He wasn't meeting those standards.
Like what?
How much you're meant to be giving me for our child, for instance.
Giving you
For our child.
whilst you're together.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as a woman, you're the main carer.
What, she's gonna buy the first stuff for the child? The child needs to go to nursery.
Why
What do you mean?
saying
You
that?
don't give
Why
it to
you
the
saying that,
child.
fam?
You don't give it to the child. Oh, here you go. Here's your £50 a month or whatever.
So cool. If we're together and you're getting everything the child needs, cool. That's fine. But if you're not, then I'm gonna need you to give it to me.
So I can do what I need to do with it.
So what was he doing?
In the nicest way, near to nothing.
No, you can't.
I was gonna say not enough. The nicest way.
Like him.
How do you remember that? That was
You
like
remember? You
5
got.
episodes back.
Hold on, Max got a brain. What the hell? You remember everything?
I did like him.
Yeah, we did.
In
I
the
did
end,
like him. I
got
like
to know
him.
a little bit. I like,
He's a nice guy.
nice guy, but that's it though,
is
isn't
he
it? That's
as
how you
bad as
get.
what she's saying.
I don't know.
It's not a bad thing. It's not about bad. Remember,
I went on the pillow.
when you're
I
in
went
a
doing pillow
relationship,
talk.
it's a completely different
What dads
demographic.
don't
It's
do
so
what they
different.
need to do for their kids.
Plenty.
There's a lot of people
what
that
is that a
don't,
serious
Matt. Just
question?
because you do, it doesn't mean that
Matt,
everyone else is doing this.
I need you to be real with.
No, I'm talking about in this situation.
But enough don't though.
I know.
I think a lot of men think just being present and by being present, like hardly present, means that they're
A present is a present.
Me and you together,
Being present
we
is a
got
present.
youths together.
You wish.
We got youths together. You buy the youths things and I don't. That's normal somewhere.
No, because you there's somewhere else where you
Well,
have to be doing
maybe
it.
That can't
it's
be
not
normal,
everyone's
no.
reality.
No.
Exactly. But it was my reality.
And it's
You're doing
difficult.
the man bad. I don't know about this.
You don't believe her?
I don't know about this.
I think he's walking off because he's had enough. So.
I don't know about this.
But I think also it's the
He's gone.
I don't understand. Like,
You know, women.
She's
you know,
not lying.
We love hard, innit? We love hard.
Yeah, but the men like
and we
stability too.
always
love hard till it turns a bit into stupidity.
yes.
You can be
and we,
stupid.
and we make excuses for bad
And
actions,
allowances.
bad behavior, for the
Yeah.
the reddest of red flags. Like we do.
Yes,
we make a
it's
lot of
true.
allowances
We do.
and excuses.
Have-
and I think
have
that's what like I know we're not talking about relationship, but that is how people can get in situations.
Yes, because
And
it goes hand
you're
in hand, isn't it?
You're so happy to have a man who cares about you, who's doing deal, maybe
Yeah,
has a good
yeah,
relationship
yeah.
with
So
your
you look
children,
past-
and you kind of are like, oh yeah, we could do this. But I think again, unless you're in the situation, you don't really know the person, innit? And you don't really know
How they
because
behave in
also-
that situation.
and also how you are. You sometimes again, I'm learning how you are. You expect people to sort of think the same way, and they
Yes. A lot of the time, that's what it is, you know,
But
the
you know-
expectation.
No, but again, I feel like I'm a good communicator. If almost, as I said before,
Yeah.
I over talk. I
talk,
talk
yeah,
too
yeah.
much. And as you can see, I'm good at breaking things down, making you see the full picture.
Hmm.
So if I'm breaking things down continuously and I'm having that conversation continuously, it gets boring. It gets tiring.
course.
This ain't
Yeah,
working.
yeah, yeah.
And you know when you're with someone, especially when you've got children involved, I feel that it's worth giving it a try.
Of course.
So you're going to sit down, you're going to have those conversations, you're going to wait for it. But when the consistency is not consistent, there's only so much you can sit down and say, okay,
yeah,
let me
It's
have that
so
conversation
true.
again.
Yeah. Because how many times
Yeah.
are you going to have it?
because we're not begging.
And I'm not a pick me
Hello.
as well.
Yeah.
Oh, can I get some money? Like
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Are we not
Yeah.
all aware of what needs to be popping
Yeah.
off around here? So cost of living, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to do what I need to do on my own. Because I'm not about to sit around and beg nobody for no money.
It's true.
It's not making sense.
I completely
I'll
agree.
hustle harder. I'll do what I need to do.
And get rid of
Be
the
able
dead
fathers
weight.
do what they want to do when they feel like it. Ad hoc. It's a fact. It's ad hoc. But you know, the bills are billing. That's the reality.
Yeah.
It's
and,
true.
and that's why I have to be, in my bag. I have to be doing my budgeting plan.
and planning,
Looking
planning,
at
You
where
have to
I'm
know
at.
exactly what's going on.
Making sure,
Yeah.
that debt is gone.
Yeah.
Wiping that clean.
Yeah.
Juggling, making sure that I'm putting my hands in retreat pies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pinkprint pies, work pies.
Bare different
The
little
pies.
incomes that can
I
come.
have to
Yeah,
be
that's a
making
good
sure
way.
My pies are pieing
You've got to be
because
like that.
if I'm being honest, the baby fathers ain't doing what they're supposed to do.
See.
Jesus.
It's hard out here, man. Rough.
To be fair, I don't look at it as hard because I'm not here for no pity party. I just have to do what I need to do, innit?
It's also, again, like I said, being accountable, making wiser choices.
Yep.
Yes.
And I think looking further ahead,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plan
I
ahead.
think that's what everyone needs to be doing because that's it. Sometimes we just look here and now and we don't see
Yeah.
way down.
The
Like,
forward planning has to be.
Yeah.
I have
You
to
got to.
forward plan. But it's good. It's been good for me.
good.
It's made sense.
It's better than being unhappy.
Exactly.
But I tell you what, having kids makes you stronger, blood, because you haven't got time to slack. So even like me, I'm working. I've got my business, whatever. But I'm doing that part time to in comparison to what I used to do. But you make stuff work. Nursery, even though I'm getting help with nursery for self-employment, and that's true as well, guys. If you are, make sure you look into any support you can get financially with childcare, because they're offering a lot now. Because obviously, from 2025, once your children's under,
I think from 9 months you
from
start
9
getting
months,
support.
that's it. You get
Oh,
support.
good. Changed.
My brain went blank there.
Yeah, you get some.
That's good.
15
It's
hours
about
free,
time.
30 hours free. There's a lot of support out there.
They need to because they need to help people to be able to go to work and do things. Or else, what is the point?
And if you're working, you get
Help
85%
people.
of your childcare paid.
Good.
Yeah, because
It's expensive.
my girls' ones, the 3-year-old goes 3 days a week. The twins go a day and a half each. It comes to just under £3,000
A month.
a month. Just under £3,000 a month. And Tiaja gets a 10% discount because she has siblings there. So and that's also including her 15 hours free.
Wow.
That includes her 15 hours free.
Wow.
That includes her 15 hours
September
free.
she goes up to 30.
Yeah.
Amen.
So with a little bit of help, because I'm self-employed, I still have to cover about 1,000 to 300 a month. Yeah, for nursery. Yeah,
That's a mortgage.
that's a mortgage.
Them overheads be overheading.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So imagine when you're a single parent and you got
No support.
No support, no help, no nothing.
it's mad thing. So what about living with your partner? Are you both chipping in or someone slacking? What are you lot saying on that question?
Chipping. Everyone's chipping
Yeah, I
out
think
here.
chipping. I think if we're on
Got to chip.
equal like playing levels, yeah, 50-50 is fine. 60-40. 70-30, more like what I like to. I think
In an ideal world,
in ideal. But I think no, but on a standard, I definitely think if you're with your partner, I think it should be 60-40. Man 60, woman 40.
Oh.
I do.
Is that on everything?
Everything. Like, because I feel like we cover so much anyway. So even with your 60, I'm still paying out 80, 90. Because I'm doing
That's
the food.
kinda
the
true,
food.
you
know what I
know.
mean? I'm doing the food.
You do the food and the ad hoc food as
Yeah.
well. Because it's never just one
Because if
or
I'm
two
leaving it
food
down
shop.
to you, the toilet paper's done.
Hello.
When
more
I'm in
out-
control of
That
the
is
whole
so
thing,
true.
There's a packet over there, there's a packet out this here, there's
It's
a
so
pack.
right.
You know what I mean?
Always a
Outings
hidden
with
pack.
kids, when you're doing stuff with the kids, that's more of your expense because you do a lot more with the kids.
Of course. Clothes. My partner is very involved in my partner is very involved with my kids, and I think he's probably, honestly, I'm not trying to knock anyone, probably bought about 3 outfits. Because he doesn't need to, because I've covered.
You buy all the things, yeah,
I know that
you
they
just
need
pick
a
up,
vest.
pick up,
I know
pick
that
up,
they
yeah,
need
yeah.
do you know what I mean? And maybe a few packs of socks because it's already there.
Yeah.
But out of his own, like, no
he hasn't
whatever,
needed to.
He's
He'd have
bought
seen
2
something
little
he likes.
outfits.
Yeah,
he bought little
yeah.
outfits, we're rich.
But he pays for it, right?
Yeah, he'll pay for his. But he doesn't need
No,
to.
the ones that you buy.
No.
She just said she paid.
That's
What
what
you
I'm
think?
saying.
This
So
is
you
flying
do
from
the
nowhere with
60.
the credit card to give her what?
You do 60, I'm doing a 40, but I'll do 40 theoretically in
Because
terms
she's
of
doing
bills,
all those
because
other
I'm still
things.
covering more. I'm still going to be doing the activities.
You
I'm
got
gonna,
joint account?
no,
Joint account?
Sure.
Joint account? Ever had one?
no.
Joint account?
I would do one, but
With your partner?
With the partner, no.
do you know what? I'm not saying I wouldn't do one, but it would
I
need
would
to
do it
be
in
like
marriage.
for a reason.
I'll do it in marriage.
Like for we could do a holiday pot, a
no, I'll do
holiday
it in marriage
together.
for like community
Yeah,
bills
and
stuff.
yeah, and for marriage definitely. But I think just to have a standing order and let's get this thing popping. The bills are billing.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's the end of the month. We know that things are coming this time.
Yeah,
to pay for
just
stuff,
set up a
send it
standing
over.
order. Let's get this popping.
Set a
I mean,
reminder.
it's not.
Let's do a percentage.
I'm not coming every day to you for
percentage?
nothing.
What's your ideal percentage?
In the ideal world.
Yes, yeah, ideal world.
0, 100.
Ideal world?
I'm all right with 50-50.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm
Ideal
all right. No, I mean, I'm okay because I earn enough, so I'm comfortable.
not about
That's the
earning,
only
it's the
reason.
principle.
No,
No.
So if you
I'm
go out for
okay.
dinner, you're going 50-50.
it depends. If it's my treat or his treat, then fine. But if not, and we want to both go somewhere, we'll do 50-50. That way we can go more places.
No, but don't side eye me because I'm not.
No,
saying
that
I'm
no,
not,
that way we can go
I'm
more
not saying
places.
I'm not doing my 50-50. I'm saying she said the ideal
No, but
world.
even 60-40 is still good.
Yeah.
What's your ideal?
I don't think there should be a percentage, to be fair.
So what should it be?
Why?
Because you just never know what it's going to be at the time, what the situation is.
Oh no, but we have to have a plan.
Budgeting plan.
So he just walked in, guys. He missed the budgeting section.
You just never know, innit? You just never know. He might have a few off days. He might have an off month.
Yeah. But that's
you-
but
we
that's
all
the
got
benefit
them
of
off
being.
months, but
that's
them bills
also
are
a
not
benefit
off.
in being a relationship
Sir.
and having communication because
you
you
have
know.
them business
Oh my
meetings.
gosh, babe! I got a fine CCJ, whatever, and it's like okay, all right, cool. Don't worry, I've got extra £300. I'll cover.
Yeah, I can
So,
see with you.
Yeah, but
But I'm not
that's
gonna keep
good.
seeing.
I'm not going over my dead body. I am not going out like that.
Going all out.
I'm not going out like that.
What? Telling your partner
There's
that.
no, I've got an extra free. No, not hearing that. Over my dead body.
Oh, it's the pride.
I'm not hearing that.
Why?
We
You're
need
gonna
more
find
men
it.
like that.
Huh?
You're gonna find it.
I have to find it.
But I'd rather
But
that
I
my
feel-
partner can come to
I
me
feel
if
like
he
that's
needs
what
to.
stresses a lot of men out.
Yeah,
though.
don't be doing that if you don't need to.
But are you gonna have the conversation?
Naturally, men are like that anyway.
But are you gonna have the conversation with your partner and tell them that you are gonna find it, but you've got something going on?
I might just say, yo, stop asking me, man. I'm doing it.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Toxic.
You're toxic.
You are toxic.
We need the gavel.
He's
Toxic.
He's getting mad with the woman.
We need to get the gavel.
It's gonna get
You.
Just stop stressing.
I think it's more a pride thing than toxic, though, man.
Yeah.
No, but the pride comes before a fall. If you're with
Yeah,
a
but you should
woman
be
and
able
you
to
love her, you
communicate,
should be
man.
able to communicate with your
You
woman
can communicate, but
and say you don't have it.
Alright, cool. Because what he said just now, yeah, that sounded like a man that was frustrated and a woman that's on him, like, yo,
Yeah.
like, let me get this, I need that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think the conversation needs to happen. So
Be
if your
open.
if your partner understands what's happening with you, then instead you just cause the argument.
Transparency.
You just cause the argument.
I was in a good mood.
No reason.
They say, oh yeah,
No,
this
no
is
pussy
happening.
tonight.
This is happening at the end of the month, and then I'm gonna need this. I'll be like, yeah, cool. Then 2 weeks before, you're saying, oh, what? Can I get that thing? Because I did tell you.
Oh,
What are you talking about? You said it's the end of the month.
I can't lie. Like, yeah. 'Cause I've been in situations where like I've explained my situation, yeah, but then it's like, cool, alright, cool. Let's just say end of the month, bills are due. You've told me, alright, cool. This month might be a bit tight for me as a woman. Alright, cool. Whatever you're doing, what you told me, and it's like, yeah. So, but it's like even then, it's like the woman is still like, you know what I mean? She's not really,
Understanding.
yeah, understanding, innit? She's not really understanding because it's like, she's expecting a man to provide, innit? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a bit.
Maybe I'm too understanding because if you manage my expectations, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I think not managing the expectations.
I think
with
not
the problem
saying
that
anything
arrives.
for me is a
Yeah.
problem. But if you don't have it, it's fine. But just let me know when you do,
But
and we'll do it
sometimes
then.
How the woman reacts as well, you know what I'm saying? How she reacts to the situation.
I think it's your
I
delivery because if
suppose
you
maybe.
deliver it like
You.
you, sir.
I'm gonna deliver them.
Yeah, but you
but
can't
the
talk
delivery
like
when
this.
she's asking
Doing
you.
that. I see that. I'm not on all that. It's not happening. I'm not doing all that. I'm going to go find it.
Yeah, but I would
I
rather
think
you
that's
don't
what
get
he
yourself
stresses
in the
out the
trouble.
men.
Back
This is
me
what
up in the process. They understand.
Ask me, it's not ready yet.
But how are we gonna know when it's ready? We don't know. You might have forgot though. But you may have forgotten. It may slip your mind.
So you don't want the reminder.
No.
So when do we ask you?
You shouldn't ask. It's just gonna come. It's gonna happen.
Do you know,
We
if
go past the
you're a
date, they cuss me.
consistent
But
man,
They're not gonna cuss me. I'm not gonna go.
We can't afford for it to go past the date because it's gonna cost money.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna do that because you're gonna have a little attitude with me. And
A
you're not
little?
gonna have
After that response, it don't blow. Sir?
if you're a consistent
Okay.
man, I don't think you'll get the questions. But if you're not a consistent man, she's worried. She's about to ask you before the date, like, what's happening.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Because I don't think
Yeah.
if she knows
Yeah.
about it,
They
even
should
going
have
to
to
be
It's
work
the
on it.
pattern. It's the
Yeah.
pattern. It's the pattern. It's the awareness of the pattern. But I think in any relationship, this goes back to communication and transparency. If you haven't got it, that's fine. Nobody wants you to stress out yourself to get to the point. Let me know that, so then maybe we can pull a shoestring, go in the
I
pot,
think
take out the
that
money
will
from the
make
pot.
guy more lazy.
No, but it's not. It's not. No, it's not a consistently thing. It's if it's one time or two times. Everyone has bad days or bad
But
months.
what happened
You're
this
allowed
month
to.
that I ain't got it and you got it. What did I do wrong?
Maybe you didn't do enough work that month, or you've lost your job, or you had to pay out for something, or you crashed your car and had to pay your
Anything.
excess. Anything could have happened.
But what you said
but
is
it's
that's
human.
triggered me a little bit actually, because it's true actually. What if you
What?
start getting complacent with that though?
No, but you
With
don't.
the-
It's not a consistent thing that happens.
Yeah, so I think
This
you
is
have to
like
watch the
I'm talking
pattern
about
though,
a drop in the ocean.
Gotta watch
If you're
the
coming
pattern.
every single month with this,
This is what
or
I'm saying,
every
yeah.
couple of months with this, then yeah, well, it's fine. But if somebody's doing it every so often, life is life.
Yeah,
It
of
happens.
course, of
So
course.
you're allowed to give people allowances. You
Yeah.
understand?
But that's what I was saying earlier. Like, how would you react to that? Because you were saying if you're coming with that like every month.
Yeah, but you can't come every month. Then what you need to do is change what you're doing. No.
But you see, when you have that meeting, when you're having that weekly catch up
Not
with your
monthly.
partner, babes, this is happening consistently. You need to look for a new job. What's the
Yeah,
plan?
that's it.
What's
But
the
Which is
plan?
confused.
It's a process. It's a process.
It ain't
Yeah,
gonna
we need to discuss this process because
Yeah,
this is
I hear it's a
our
process,
bills.
but the process can't be going 6-12 months, brother. Because that means it's a problem.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Cool, but then,
3-4
but then,
3-4 months I can see with you, because I get that.
but there's people's not as fast as other people. Might take some people.
You're a snail if it's 6 to 12 months. You got a problem. No, if it's 6 to 12 months. No, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying if no.
Yeah, but
Let me
that's-
tell you
that's-
something.
that's habits.
No,
Yeah.
listen. If you're somebody who hasn't been able to change their situation, that's a dire situation within 6 to 12 months. I can't cover you for 6 to 12 months. But what are you, a plant? Are you a plant? What is happening? Are you a tree, a plant in the yard? What are you? Are you aloe vera plant? What's happening? No, sir. No.
Your man and support your man.
Support you for 12 months. I may as well go and have a picnic. What are you talking about? I may as well have a child.
After that 12 months, he gets a little break and it's all good.
A little break. After 12 months, you better get a big break, sir.
I don't need to work again.
Come on.
You must
12
be doing
months.
a master plan for your woman to support you for
12 months? I'm going to help you for as long as I can, but 12 months. 12 months is a long
If
time.
that happens, I gotta marry her. We gotta get married.
Oh, you're married again. 12 months again.
12 months. All right.
From 10 to 15.
10 to 15 years to 12
Right.
because she's paying your bills.
Mac,
Toxic, blood. You're toxic.
you hearing this, guys? Are you hearing him? You remember the last episode where he was talking about marriage, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
you know why? Because he got slewed. He got slewed. Now he wants to.
Nah, I can see with you because life is life, and if you're in a partnership with someone, you should be able to help them for a certain level. But you need to see that person trying. I'm not gonna help you, and I'm stepping over you every morning. You're popping and rolling over at 10 a.m. and I'm on the road.
It's just
Nah,
wild. That's wild.
so I need to see you doing what you're doing because I'm willing to help somebody because people are allowed to try. Everyone has a situation. You may have lost your job. I can see with you that because you're a human being, and we need to give people grace. But you're not going to take the piss in yassa. No.
12 months is taking a piss.
12 months.
100%.
Even if you got to go and sweep the street, even if you got to go and clean, you got to do something to bring in an income to help balance back up the thing. 12 months. No.
What's your
I
ideal
can't.
percentage?
Percentage.
Ideal, yeah.
Ideal would be 50-50. I wouldn't mind.
What's your
What are
ideal?
you comfortable with then?
What am I comfortable with?
50-50, okay.
No, because you come with a lot of chat there. Because you're like, I'll cover it.
I
I'll
don't
do
do
this.
that.
And now you say
I don't
50-50.
do the 50-50.
But brother, Are we in the same room?
You said
So-
what's ideal? What's my
Yeah,
ideal?
your
for me?
idea. But I said, what are you
I would-
comfortable with?
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Yeah, what are you comfortable with doing? What do you do?
Oh, so your preference is
If you-
50-50,
your
but that's not
preference
what
is
you're
50, but
doing.
what
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do you do?
I don't know you to be a 50-50
Exactly.
man, you get me? I
Look,
don't know
it's
you
just-
to...
Oh, just take care of. Oh, that's nice.
I don't play that game. I don't play that. No girl ain't gonna have no chat for me about looking after me. Crazy. That's
Yeah, but
not
if
gonna
you
happen.
need help, Mac, it's okay if it's your partner.
I'm 38.
There's nothing
I
wrong
don't
with
need-
it.
I've never needed help yet, whether I'm on road or in jail. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Listen,
Ideal percentage?
I'll say naturally 60-40.
oh,
Well, I would say 50-50, but naturally, as a man, I feel like I'll do more.
Do
anyway.
more.
Like, whether I say 50-50 or not, I reckon I'll succeed.
Yeah, you do more.
okay.
I want 80-20. Like, I want to do 20%.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to just, like, be a Barbie. You know what I mean?
Boy.
I love that.
What's the look?
No, I feel like I need to still have some control in that
I have
because you
control.
ain't gonna roll me out.
have
If you
control.
start doing
I got
20%, he can
20%.
roll you out.
I got 20%.
If I got 50% stake, you're not rolling me nowhere. I'm
Yeah, but
here
if,
to
if
stay.
I'm doing my 20, then obviously I've got a lot more money to make investments and do whatever I'm doing.
I guess
and-
so. You could probably keep more of your money back, I guess.
But that's kind of backwards, though.
I don't know.
You see, when a woman says that, yeah, I feel like that's backwards because it's like, cool, the man's supposed to pay for this, supposed to pay for that, and you're just stacking up your bread. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's stacking too, innit? He's clearly got it to do 80. Like,
How
what?
do you know all these bread ain't going on you, innit? You know what I'm saying?
No, but that would be silly.
That's a
No,
club.
but a man would do
Oh.
that. A man would do that.
All my money going on to a girl. That
Yeah,
don't-
but
No,
during
no,
our
no, no,
meetings,
no,
I'll
I'm saying
discover
if
that
it's
it's
like-
like,
if
it's straining on
like
him.
if it's a-
So we said before. We said before it depends on also like realistically what the person's earning. Because if
Yes.
we're on level playing fields, then you know
I'm earning
it's
3K.
more going to be 50-50.
He's earning 10K.
Yeah, if we're earning 10K, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big difference,
That's
though.
a
That's
very big difference.
crazy.
I'm definitely trying to do 20%.
Yeah.
3K and 3K then.
Yeah, so we're 50.
Yeah, that's 50. Then that's
different.
50.
That's different.
No, that's 50.
But then
That's
we need
50.
to be talking about how we're going to increase somebody's income because
Both of you need to increase your
Yeah,
income.
So increasing that needs to go on.
Everyone needs to increase. Accountability.
Somebody is, man.
So somebody's income needs to increase
Yeah.
quickly. Okay, so should we go to our last question?
Go on.
Okay.
Saving tactics.
Oh, we kind of covered it. Monzo,
Mm-hmm.
saving pots.
Investments.
My motto is: do you need?
It.
It's a want or is it a
A
need?
need. Yeah.
If it's a need, then by all means. If it's a want, second guess. Go back to it. Save it in the little cart.
Cart or the little
Go
heart
back
thing.
to it and you'll see that you
Yeah.
actually probably don't even want it again.
Or even need it, to be honest, sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not saving now. I definitely am saving less than I was, say, last year.
Is that because you can't, though? Because everything
Yeah,
costs
I just-
more.
yeah, everything
Bills and
costs
stuff.
more.
Yeah, everything costs so
I'm
much
paying
more.
out left, right, and centre. It's like, okay, we're gonna have to just reduce that amount. We planned
Yeah.
for that amount, but we're gonna have to reduce that
Yeah.
amount because I need to do A, B, and C
Yeah.
to make it worse. The life I like to live a full life. I like to get lit. I
Yeah,
like to look
enjoy.
nice. I like to do my hair. I like to cater for my children, pay my bills on
Yes.
time. It's a lot of things to then say, I'm gonna save 20% every month. Okay.
Yeah.
Try,
If the
but it's
tax man
hard.
gives me back my tax
Yeah,
money,
yeah. You know what? The
maybe.
money now it's really difficult because like even was it about 2-3 days ago there was a guy on Instagram that he found his online shop that he did about 2-3 years ago and it cost him like 100 and something pounds.
To set
And
up.
to do the actual online shop. So it's like a basket of food that he got shopping for the
Oh,
month.
right.
And then he did it now with the same things and it cost him almost 400 and something pounds, the same shop.
How much was it before?
100 and something pounds.
Wow.
Well, look at the
I
thing that I
couldn't
sent you lot the
believe
other day. 2021, I was selling the food parcels.
Yes.
Lobster with prawn, pepper prawns, fritters, coleslaw, everything. 15
£15.
pounds.
That would have to be 25
That was
now.
in 2021.
Gone. That ain't happening now. So
Fish.
everything costs so much.
Yeah, everything has just
Yeah.
gone up in price.
Bloody
So
Brexit.
Exactly. So it costs so much more. So it's a little bit more difficult. So you kind of have to get a little bit more savvy.
A bit more tactical.
And there's nothing wrong with also wanting to sort of maybe change your job, to find out if you can earn more, do certain things to increase your income if you can. Because again, you have to then look at yourself, which is why it's good to do this income and expenditure to find out, all right, am I earning enough to do all these things that I want to do?
Exactly.
And am I always just going to be earning this? And will I be able to save? Or is the margin of me being able to save getting smaller and smaller and smaller if I stay where I am now?
And I think that's an exercise I actually done last year, is how much do you need to be earning to live the life you want?
Nowadays, it's crazy.
It's
Yeah,
mad.
but how much do you need to be, have you calculated how much you need to be earning to live the life you want? To pay everything comfortably, go on holidays, you know, do your beautify yourself, all the
It's
rest
a
of
lot.
it. Like,
It
how
ain't what
much-
it used to be. I know that
I'm
much.
telling you. But you need to do that calculation
Yeah.
and then work towards that.
Yeah.
Start looking at what job do I need? What
me.
investments do I need to make that
Yeah.
income?
And also having the surplus as well, because you can get to the margin of where you've done it or can do it, but then what have you got left afterwards as well? It's like now it's like, okay, scraping around, do you know what I mean? And you're not comfortable.
Because the thing is, as well, is an important key is like, it's great to make money, right? So
Yes.
say even if you make 10 grand a month,
Yeah.
but if you at the end of the month are not keeping the 10 grand, say even 9 grand, then what is the point? It's
no
like,
point.
You're just
If it's all just going out.
yeah, if it's
Yeah,
all going
exactly.
out,
It's so true.
It's trying to hold
Hold
back.
back.
It's having a bit of control. It's again deliberating whether you need, whether you want, you know, and just being a bit responsible.
Yeah.
What's
It's
your
so
saving
true.
tactics?
Whether you need, you want. Looking at the, at the moment, I told you already, I'm a bit slapdash at the minute, but I would just say it's a case of, especially I would say in the last few months, I've been a bit more like, okay, you need to get back on it, babes, because I fell off. But obviously now I'm back at work and I'm doing it. So literally, it's literally just putting away. And I also have I had that Help to Buy account that in Barclays. No, they closed it.
Oh, yeah,
What's
yeah.
that man? Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence advised people to get
He's
the
so good.
account. That there, just as a saving tactic, is really great.
It's good.
Because you can save a maximum of £200 a month and under, obviously. So that's always my goal with that account. Because then obviously, if once whatever amount I get, they match it.
Yes.
So it's a good incentive. It's closed now, so sorry. But
It might
it's
open
a good-
again. Keep an eye
Maybe.
out.
So if you save £100, they give you £100.
Yeah, to go towards the house.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really
it's
good. It's really good.
I
So
didn't
it's a
get
good
that one.
incentive, yeah. It's a
Yeah,
very
it's
good- Yeah, because
excellent.
it came so quick and it was like, it's going to end this weekend.
You should have put it in the group.
I think this was even years, no, this was COVID. Yeah,
Oh.
it was in COVID.
Maybe you told
Not
us.
sharing the information, Sharna. We spoke
So
about
what's
that.
going on?
Hater.
What's
Enemy of
going
the
on?
Does the book give you tactics to save money?
No, it just got about debt management, budgeting, but no, maybe something I can include in the 2.0.
Yeah, but
Yes.
we, as you said, we will get people on who are actually specialists because
We need to. We're just talking about our experiences and what we know.
What's your
Really.
saving tactic?
So I've got a few. I've got the pots on Monzo. So I get paid weekly. So I have to be even more savvy because if not, you get to the end of the month, you're like, oh.
Yeah, yes, you're very diligent, yeah.
So, and if I don't work, I don't get paid as well. So I also have to have contingency for that. But what I do every week I get paid, I try to save maybe about 30-40% of that weekly wage.
That's good.
And also it's difficult depending on the day rate. If the day rate's great, it's fine. If not, it's like, oh. And I also have what I do in order to make sure I can manage my money, I have 3 accounts. I have one that has the mortgage and the insurance for the house and everything out of it and the bills. I have one that's just like other stuff, like the other insurance is like direct, what's it called? D&G or whatever it is for the just so something goes pop in the house. And I also have Monzo, which is my fluid spending that I can see and I pull everything over. But what I've done with my NatWest, where the mortgage comes out of, is I've set up a standing order. So every time I put my money over for my mortgage, I've set up a standing order to take a lump sum from that amount and save it. And I don't touch that particular money. So even though I'm putting money for my mortgage and the bills, I'm also making sure that I have a high interest saving that comes straight out of that bulk amount as well. And I don't look at it and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's like 800 in there. Oh, It's £1,000 in there. Oh, and I always have that as an emergency. I don't touch that. Whereas the others, I kind of move around a little bit. But it was because I had a financial advisor call with NatWest, and they advised me to set up that pot and the resource change, the extra change, and that's what I do. But I found myself, I used to just have one account.
Yeah, no.
And I was broke. I was brokey down.
Yeah, because everything's just coming out. You're not paying attention to what,
It was crazy. And yes, granted, I was earning a little bit less then. But I feel like being able to visually know, okay, X needs to go to that account, X needs to go to that account, this is what I can spend, is a lot easier because I can visually see what I'm doing. And I can calculate it a lot easier as well. So I think that's what it's just moving the money around has changed things, really.
Okay, that's good. I think Monzo's the best for me.
Wicked.
Yeah. I've got some invisible money, like, because it's invisible, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't care what pops up, that's not getting touched.
It's
it's invisible money.
But that's discipline.
Listen.
Because the times when you think you need it, and you think, well, actually, I've still got that £1,000 in that pot. That takes a lot of discipline and not touch the invisible money.
The pot is invisible.
But then otherwise, so the invisible one, I don't, if I'm honest, lately, I haven't been topping it up. So it's just sitting there invisible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's just not possible to top it up as much as I'd like to and live the life I want to live.
Yeah.
But then I definitely save for things I want to do. Like if I want to buy something or go somewhere or
save towards.
Yeah, I'll save for that. So it's like I'm more safe for something nowadays.
That's really good.
Do you know what I mean?
Than a splurge all of a sudden. That's good.
I'm saving it to splurge it. Like.
No, but I'm saying you're saving it to splurge it, but you're not just splurging it from the now.
So
you're stacking towards it.
Say at 40, yeah. How much do you think is an appropriate amount that you should think everyone should have saved by that point on a standard wage?
Don't ask my business.
I think it depends on.
Just do just a ball figure.
I don't think there's a figure
it's
for an
very
age.
circumstantial.
Yeah, it depends where you're at in like what you're doing in life.
I think it depends on what you're earning. It depends where you are in your life, what you have going on. I think you should be even trying to save something, but I don't know a figure because it's so difficult. And then I don't want people to feel like they're failing at 40
so
when they don't have X amount.
Don't worry about what you got saved up for.
Just be saving, actively saving.
Why are we not? Why don't we have a certain amount? Obviously, we don't have a lot of inheritance.
What do you think
this
is a good figure that you should have?
I'm not even gonna go that high. I think there should be, good double digits saved by about this age,
if possible. Yeah,
it's not possible for everyone. Depends on circumstances.
You got to try.
Income, all of these kind of different factors. Some people get inheritance or have a better start in life because their parents helped them, or just started, went to university, got a good career, so they're on a better path. Maybe they found a good partner that's, doing that 50-50, allow them to do it. It's all about your circumstances.
And it's good to try to keep evolving them as well, changing, to try to push to get a better level of that. So even if you see that, okay, I'm not being able to save so much, trying to sort of give yourself a forensic examination to say, okay, why?
But just based on the fact that we've just addressed that we spend 300 billion in the UK, we should definitely be able to say we are saving
so you're 40, what are you saving for? What's the
you
money
have children?
No.
You have some people have children.
Mortgage free, maybe.
Mortgage free, like
you need to be
retiring early.
I don't want to start talking on things that I'm not like, but there's other ways of investing your money for your children than sitting in a savings account.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's true.
Because there's all this inheritance tax, all these other things.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
it's too nuts.
The universities, most children are ending up in time.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that 40 bags or whatever has to be sitting in your account. But I'm just saying
somewhere invested, something, some kind of bonds or stocks or something.
Saving property, whatever else.
Yeah. All of that. I agree. There definitely should be something saved.
Because I think a lot of us have that mentality where it's like, well, I'm just going to spend it because...
No. I don't have that mentality. I mean, I do spend it, but I do like to save because I've been through some shit.
But to be fair, my intention is to spend what I've saved, if I'm honest. Like, I'm saving up for something.
Have you got a rainy day money?
A rainy day
funds.
I do, yes. But obviously, up and down. Sometimes raining.
It's hard
so-
to be disciplined sometimes because
Yes.
because rainy days be happening a bit more often than usual.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So sometimes there's grands in there, sometimes there's £10.
Yeah, it's like ugh.
Yeah, but it's good that but the rainy day is for rainy day, so you got to use.
Well, yeah. So because I mainly save for something most of the time. Like I'm saving towards something, whatever that could be.
That's good
Could be a
though.
holiday, something I want to buy, something I want to
Yeah.
invest. So I wouldn't say it's a rainy day fund, like that fund that was just sitting there for rainy days. I wouldn't say
So will you create a rainy day then now? Additionally,
when I increase my income more. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
But why
that's
not-
what helps as
but,
well.
The advice we're giving people is it can be start with little. So why not now?
That's
Or
true.
why don't you see it important to have a rainy day fund?
I suppose because if I do need it, I'm gonna fix whatever needs to be fixed. If an emergency pops up, I'm always able to cover it somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've never actually specifically had. I've got it in the book to having.
You better get one then.
Yeah.
But if I'm honest, like I've got pots for different things, but
Yeah, which is
I
good.
wouldn't call any of them my emergency.
Right,
It's just
okay.
not sitting there for the sake of an emergency. It's sitting there because I want to buy something and invest. I
Right,
wanna
Okay,
invest
so
something
it's a pot that's
Okay.
actively being saved for
a
towards.
purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think it's something I do need to look into, but again,
Yes.
it's not actually in my current plan. Maybe it's something I need to put into my current financial plan.
Even if you save like a £5 a week,
Yeah.
and then it turns into a bigger
Because
amount.
also what you got to consider is the more money, more problems, as my friend Biggie said. when you rest in peace.
Pour out.
When you make more money, essentially you spend more money.
You do.
So then, if you don't have the discipline of putting money aside and saving now, when does that start?
Imagine me and Vicky was actually just having this conversation.
Yes.
And I was saying when we was outside on the way, I was saying that I'm quite comfortable with how I'm living at the moment in terms of I don't need to increase anything currently. There's things that I'm working towards, like future investments. I've got different financial goals for next year. But in terms of this year's financial goals, I don't need to be increasing my outgoings.
Right.
So with my income rising, I shouldn't be spending more, basically.
Right.
Yeah. And that's discipline though, because one thing I remember when I first became a contractor, my mum said to me, "Yes, man, you dear it, I got up." But she said the problem with people is the more you earn, the more you spend. She said if everybody, say you earned £150 a day, for example, if you still lived like you earned £150 a day less,
Yeah.
you would have more.
Yeah.
But then I understand that, but at the same time,
Yeah, the more money, the
you
more problems.
you still want to have that you're working and you're earning more now, so you can do more. So I suppose it is a balance because you don't want to just splurge, but then you also like, am I still going to be living like I've got
And the thing
minus?
is as well, right? You know, like with
No.
COVID's changed people's mindset a lot.
A lot.
And we now know life is very, very, very
Yes.
short. So yeah, save,
But
live.
and that's the thing she says now. Because she used to be definitely an avid saver.
Save,
Saving money,
save,
saving money,
yeah.
saving money. But now, like even when she came to me yesterday, she was like, "Oh, yeah, man, live, enjoy your life." And I was like,
Yeah.
this ain't Pauline.
Yeah.
But now she's about, because life is
Balance.
not so... You don't
Balance,
know.
exactly.
Balance is everything. So you save, enjoy, because you just don't know. You still need to enjoy your life in between everything, what's going on. You have to. Next question.
So, multiple incomes.
Yes.
How many sources of income do you feel that you need
55 million.
to be? So, earlier we was talking about, setting the lifestyle you want. How much do you need to earn to live that lifestyle? How much incomes do you require? Like personally, how much incomes do you feel you require to live the lifestyle you really want? To be financially free, to be,
One that pays a lot, maybe.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna interject because.
on.
So, Vicky show. Used to be Vixen. For me, I'm someone who likes to have multiple things going on. I can't just be in one thing because I get bored. So I think a healthy number for me is like 3. But I'm sure when I've done research before,
Supposed to be like 7.
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a healthy number for me like 3, 4
Yeah.
things.
At the moment, I'm 3. At the moment.
Yeah.
at the moment, I think I'm tipping onto a 5th now.
Oh, that's good.
I'm tipping onto a 5th. you think, yeah, I am.
But that's good because it helps. And in order to make a lot of money, you need to be doing a lot of things usually.
Yeah, but then there needs to, again, talking about that balance, because if you're, trying to juggle so many things, are you giving any
This
quality?
is it.
This is it.
And this is why I've
Jack
had
of
to,
all
like,
trades, master of none.
Exactly. So I've had to, like, look
Rein
at
it back.
Exactly.
You do.
Assess what do I need to give more
Yeah.
energy? What's going to be working for me immediately? What's going to take a bit more time?
And you don't want to drain yourself out either as well. You've got to be careful.
So it's like for me with my business, obviously before I had whilst I was pregnant with the babies, I had employees in there, renting their space, whatever, blah blah blah. Since my last pregnancy, I had to get rid of everyone because people were thieving from me.
Oh, that's another show. That's another show.
And
Locked up, they won't let me
right.
out.
So anyway, coming back now, I had to rebuild my business
teeth
because
tomorrow.
when a black person does one thing wrong in a business,
Hello. Hello.
Anyway, so I've been rebuilding my business. Obviously, I've had my nail products for a while,
Very,
but I haven't
very
been
good.
pushing them. So now, from this year, I'm supposed to be pushing. I'm still a bit slack.
I remember that was your goal this year, right?
It was my goal. So I've been but I've got that. I've been pushing it a bit,
So yeah. it's
and then
difficult, man.
also the academy side of the business is kicking in. So that's 3 streams, but within the same umbrella.
Umbrella, yeah.
So I think that's where you got to kind of be mindful as well. Also because you just don't want to have too much and then you're
you
only
burn out.
giving 5%
Yeah,
5% here, 5%
exactly. No, it's
you
true.
just kind of have to make sure you set it up, it's running, it can go before you
And it
start
doesn't
running.
run you because it can get very overwhelming.
Yeah.
It can do.
That's why it's good to. We definitely, guys, if you're a financial advisor, you've got any tips, about investments or how to save money, invest money, get rid of debt, contact us if you want to come on the show or just give us some advice that we can give to the people. We are welcoming.
But it'll be nice for you guys to actually come on. Let's learn a bit about you, how you started your journey, because there are people out there that really want to know, like me, or that really need advice. So much people in
A
debt,
lot of
so
people
much
don't
people that
know.
or got money sitting there, don't know what to do.
This is it, and we were talking about that
Used to
earlier
be on
on.
the roads, now they
Yeah.
want to invest it, so now they want to clean up the money. How?
How do I
How
clean it?
How do we help them?
Washing the money.
How do we wash that money?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Yeah. Have you got any more questions for us?
No more questions for us today, ladies.
So I hope that was
really?
informative, guys. I hope you guys. It wasn't ratchet this time. It wasn't talking about our business
Talk
that
for
much.
yourself.
But really, we're hoping that the aim of the show was always to sort of grow and glow, isn't it? So
Yes. So sometimes you will get a bit of ratchetness, but sometimes we have to be serious. This is a serious subject. We have got jokes and banter, but this is our futures, your kids' futures, livelihoods, and it's serious because
serious.
we don't want to see you on the corner tap dancing.
How much billion? 300 billion.
300
No,
billion.
300 billion.
300
billion.
leaking out.
And we don't have much to show for it, so we need to merge that gap.
Yeah, something.
So these conversations are very important.
Yes.
So guys, start with the basics. Get yourself a copy of the Pinkprint.
First of all.
First of all, start with that budgeting plan. Address any debts. Get rid of that anxiety.
And open those letters. Please tell them to open. Do you see the letters? Please open them. Please. I know
gosh.
it's scary.
Yeah, it's
the
scary.
pile. Open the letters. Don't wait for the man to come to the door at 8 o'clock when you're in your boxer shorts or your underwear and knock the door. Just open the letter.
It's true.
Trust me, because it will catch up to you,
Of course.
Who feels it knows it. I
Then
know.
CCJ.
Listen,
Yeah.
and you're
Credit
finished.
done up.
And then it's done. So, and now since COVID, there's a lot more help, a lot more understanding, a lot more offerings to people if they can't manage about their priority debt. So just face it. I know it's difficult, but just do
with
it.
So you guys also need to make sure that you're liking this page, subscribing to this channel, make sure you're
And
setting
following the
your
businesses.
alerts. So when we do have our videos coming up, whether it's us or the sessions, because we a team now. Make sure you're supporting. Show us love below. Follow our socials.
Yes, please.
Bougie_nails on Instagram.
Pinkprint Diaries on Instagram and TikTok.
House of Gems UK on Instagram and TikTok.
YouTube, Fat Nut Production.
Sorry, no gun fingers.
Thank you.
Today.
Good night, guys.
Bye. See you.
Yeah.